Bucket naked.
Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym, and the pH needs to be balanced as well.
I've been drinking. Can't keep your eyes open. Right now.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? How y'all doing? Welcome back to JLerone Presents. Hope you guys had a happy Merry Christmas and all that good stuff. Hope you're having a good holiday season. This is going to be one by Kevin Samuels. It's going to be a monologue. He talks about women over 40 having to share. If you guys like it, go ahead and drop the like, hit the like button, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just get into it real quick. But like I said, I've been seeing a lot of people do Kevin Samuel reactions to him talking to women. I'm trying to do more on the monologues because I think his monologues gives more information, right? And yeah, I just like his monologue. So if you guys want to see more, drop some comments down below. Drop some links to some monologues that he has, and I will try to upload those and react to those as well. And if you guys do come across some videos of him talking to the women, and if there's some good ones, drop the link to those too. You can hit me up in my email, which is also in my description, and is also on my channel. And yeah, and I'll go ahead and try to do some reactions to those as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video, man. Again, like I said, this is about women over 40, dating and how it sucks. And Kevin posed a question, do women over 40 want to share their men, right? And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Fair use, and let's go ahead and do it.
Boy, oh boy, has the internet been abuzz the last couple of days. Why? Well, because I actually had the nerve to start a conversation and ask the question. Is it time for you ladies to share? When I mentioned the whole term, before we get into that, candle of the evening, Le Labo, Palo Santo, 14, fragrance of the evening. From the Creed exclusive line, this one right here, Pure White Cologne. This stuff is next level dope. This smells like a clean white shirt. So I started off today with Francis Kirk-Sean, Aqua Universalis Forte. Ended the day with this one. Why? Because sometimes you just want to, it's springtime. And it's a nice, the clean, white, fresh shirt thing. So when I asked the question about sharing, women lost their ever-loving minds. Why? Because for some reason, today, women, even though they understand the numbers, they don't think the numbers necessarily apply to them. And my thing is, I'm like, okay, ladies, there are not enough men of the caliber you want. And let's cut it out. I asked a question on Instagram, what do I get wrong and tell me what I get wrong, and don't come in with the insults and da 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 da, because they'll just actually prove me more right. And one of the things I've heard more often than anything else was this whole refrain: "You only talk about high value men. You only talk about high value men." Well, that's absolutely not true. I talk about all men, but it is true that I focus on high value men for several reasons. One, it's because they would be who my clients would be. You need to make a certain amount of money to be able to afford to need an image consultant. The average guy doesn't need an image consultant. And then number two, more importantly, no matter how you slice it, these are the men that women want. So we could sit around and talk about average everyday men, but it matters not, because these men know paying tuition changed my family history by inspiring me to get into tech to 24 years old. I'm forever indebted. Let's start the show now. Shout out to the Count 25. Now I got a bigger monitor. I can see the super chats. They pop up. So, and here's the thing. I heard women getting upset because I don't talk about average guys, but average guys know I'm telling the truth. Average men know exactly what the deal is. I'm out every day, and average men say thank you. And they know what they're up against. Older women. I'm gonna bring in some folks. Older women are mad. Hold on, I'm bringing this on Instagram. Older women and men are mad and too hard. Men want easy women. Men want easy. So I'm gonna put in Instagram right now. We're gonna start with Instagram over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Facebook, because there are different audiences on each. And here's the important part. If you're under 30, so here's how this all came up. When I did that broadcast saying that in China, the Chinese government, not Kevin Samuels, the Chinese government has formally designated that women over 27 years old who are unmarried, they have a term for them. It's called leftover women. Xing Yu or Xing Yi or something like that, okay? Leftover women. And there is a big push to get these folks married. And I'm asking, so I said, what is the equivalent in the United States? Well, in the United States, we have the danger zone. Ages 27 to 35, where you need to focus like a laser on the outcomes you want if you are a woman. I've talked about that for a long time. The danger zone. But there is also an equivalent for American women to be leftovers. Leftovers. And the whole concept is not intended to, well, yeah, it is intended to jab at you. It's intended to let you know where you're at in the market. Because men automatically think that if you're over 30 years old and attractive and unmarried, something's wrong with you. But if you get to 35, what message does that send to men? That you're out of the market. So these are the women I refer to as leftover, and they got upset. Well, no different than when I talk about, geriatric pregnancy, and women get mad when I mention the term geriatric pregnancy, and I'm like, well, I didn't come up with that term. Your OBGYN came up with that. This is not about me. So, ladies, understand something. Turn off the notifications. Understand something. If you're upset that the fact that you're being classified or whatever, you're going to have to get over it, because my question is this. All right, ladies, whether you like it or not, over 35, you're unmarried. The older you get, the higher up you go, the fewer and fewer men, single men there are. Every woman can't have a man. So I'm asking, what are the solutions? I said, how about sharing a man? Or women lost their mind on that. The funny thing is, older women lost their mind on it. But if you notice that women under 35, a lot of them are like, I've been in a poly relationship. I'm kind of good with it. Because younger women are starting to realize that they don't want Hassan King, average guys are the biggest supporters. For sure, man. That's why I never talk shit about average men. But I'm also tell men, you know what? Just know what the market is. You get men out here who are average, hard-working, salt-of-the-earth men, and they get shit on just because they ain't driving a BMW. That's crazy. But then you also look across cultures, and it's Hispanic women marry average men. He'll work first shift, she'll work third shift. And it seems to be really pronounced in our community where women over a certain age, over 40, they ain't settling for, they don't want anything other than what they want. They want a man of a certain economic caliber, a certain social calendar, certain education, everything else. And that's why I'm like, what are y'all mad about? Because we're talking about it. And what they're mad about is the reality that their future is so bright, their career future is so bright, but their relationship prospects are darkening. So what's the alternative, ladies? What's the alternative? Because here's what it comes right down to. Whatever it is you want as a woman, fine. But you got to ask yourself what the men want. And one of the most common refrains I've heard from men today are women today are just simply too hard. Women over 30 are just too difficult. Women over 30 are too difficult. But I'm going to say over 35. Women over 35 are too hard. You're too demanding. You require too much. You expect too much, you give too little, and men don't want to deal with that. You know how many times I talk to men and they're like, I went out with a woman who was 37 years old and I felt like I was being interrogated. Then I went out with a woman who's 26 and we had fun. Ladies, whether you like it or not, you're not fun. You're too hard. Older women are too hard. And see, what you hear a lot of older women say is, I do that because my standards. Y'all want to get out here with these younger girls because they want you for your money. Well, you want us for our money too. So older women want you for your money, younger women want you for your money. All women want you for your money in some form or fashion. That's not a differentiation. Or you just want a young girl because she's naive and she's easy to deal with. Yes, 100%. Yes, that's why we want a younger woman, because they still have some hope. They're happy. They're light. They're easy to deal with. They're not as demanding. And the reason they're not as demanding is because they're not as entitled. See, what makes older women hard to deal with? Write this down, and I'm going to bring in, you know what? Let me see if I can go live on Facebook right now. You know what makes older women so hard to deal with? What makes older women so hard to deal with is the primary thing that makes older women so hard to deal with is their lifestyle. Okay? Let's see. Live video. We're just gonna sit this down and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. What's going on, Facebook? I wanted to bring this conversation in because I posted on Facebook earlier. And I said, all right, ladies, here's your shot. What do you say that I get wrong? And most of the things I asked about had to do with the man. You get and then there was one person that said, well, the notion that a single woman needs a man to survive. And I'm like, that is simple math. If you're talking about an entire lifestyle, a middle-class woman won't have enough money to live on through retirement. But I want you to understand that the longer any human being does something, the easier it is for you to start doing it. Women today have been single for so long and talking this they don't need a man stuff, to where men are basically luxury items, amenities, accessories, or add-ons. You don't think of us as required. And you need to understand, ladies, that you come into the market with that attitude. And I want you to understand, go to Facebook and look at the comments. See, when I asked the questions on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is a younger, more female platform. The comments on the same question are much more different. On Facebook, it is an older platform. And on Facebook, it is a nuclear holocaust. And you look at the profiles, and they are women 35 plus. And the general notion is, who are you? Ma'am, whether you like it or not, you're going to have to come to grips with the fact that if you want to deal with a man, you're going to have to become easier. Older women are too hard to deal with. I talk to women every day. And when I talk to professional women over 35, you get a laundry list of requirements. And it's like, I've actually taken to the point to where I record some women and I play it back in the session, and I'm like, listen to how you sound. And like, oh, I didn't know I sounded like that. I'm like, that's how you go into the dating market, with your fists up, ready to tell a man he ain't crap. So if that's the case, ladies, what are you expecting from men? So I'm going to go over to Facebook and I'm going to read some of these comments. And we're going to open it up. I'm going to bring in some people from, I'm going to bring in some folks from Instagram to talk. And then I'm going to also bring in some folks from Facebook. Why am I bringing in people from Facebook? Because whether you guys like it or not, Generation X women are part of the conversation too. Generation X women are part of the conversation too. And it is my personal opinion that a lot of Generation X women are messing up the conversation because they come to it in such a hostile way. And the thing is, ladies, we don't care. If you're over 35, in particular, if you're over 40, it don't matter why. Well, the reason I am so and so and so and so, it doesn't matter to men. It doesn't matter to men why you're that way. All that matters to men is that's what it is. That's what it matters to men. It's like, well, damn, like y'all got to understand where we come from. No, we don't. Men don't have to understand where you come from. Men don't have to understand any of that stuff. Men are trying to get what they want out of life. And it's high time for women to start understanding that that's what it's going to be. And if you want to deal with a man, you're going to have to become easier. Easier. Not harder, easier. And the women who are hard to deal with will remain alone. Here's the question I ask. Gentlemen, please don't comment or respond. Speak your mind without insults. From your position, what do you believe I get wrong? This is actually a good faith question. I ask is, what do you think I get wrong? or believe I get wrong. And more than anything else, the response was, who are you to say what you say? How dare you? All right, here's what I'm gonna ask. There are over 2,100 comments. See, here's somebody says, while there seems to be good intention with many messages, the presentation is distorted. First off, let's get one thing, understand. I find it rich that so many women today now care about numbers. Facebook, let me tell you in particular, I find it funny that now women want to get into well, you only talk about one issue. You only talk about a high value, or you only do this. You don't talk about everything. You don't talk about spirituality. What in the French toast do you think one person is supposed to do all of that? Name me one place. I'm not a one-stop shop. And when you do that, what you're basically saying, and I want you to understand, this is what they want you to do. They want one man to come in and talk about something from soup to nuts. You know why they want you to do that? Because it keeps you mired down in the details. At the end of the day, ladies, you're by yourself. You're only getting older and less agreeable. Spinster or crone. Well, you distort the numbers. 2 + 2 is 4. Well, you don't talk about, you don't require anybody else to do any of that stuff, but then you want me to come and talk about the effects of institutional this and that and blah, 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 blah. And then when I do talk about it, well, who are you? You're not educated yet. But the funniest thing, gentlemen, I want you to understand where the next attack is going to come. They're going to start talking about numbers in earnest. Well, you always go over these stats. You always go over these numbers. Well, actually, the number you said was this, and it's really not this. It's bad, but it's that. My response is, why the French toast do you care about numbers now? When you were talking about black men are in jail down low, or what, a third of black men are incarcerated, you didn't care where the numbers came from then. When you were making all these talking points about men, you didn't question the numbers. You didn't ask who coordinated the numbers. You took whatever it was and ran with it. This is people questioning blackdemographics.com. Well, it's really not 70%. It's more like 50%. 50 or 70. The point of the matter is that it exists anyway. You're out of order. Because ladies, you can be right, but you're losing. I want you to think about when I talk to women on the show, I get women who are older. When do you typically see me dealing with older women and they're happy? Y'all are some miserable, to the point now to where even women who talk to women, because that was the next post I put up there. That was the next post I put up there. I'm like, all right, but see, I can handle it. I can handle it. I said, all right, it has and continues to be well and publicly documented that anyone, male or female, who tells women the truth will get attacked by women. Yeah, anybody who tells women the truth, male or female, immediately you're going to get attacked. And it doesn't matter how polite you try to be with it, you're going to get attacked. I could start naming names, but you all know what I'm talking about. Shout out to A Free. Hit the brother. Yeah, man. Hit that super chat over on YouTube, man. Let's get it up. I'm going to bring in Facebook in just a minute because I do want to talk to some women from Facebook. And I asked the question. This has been shown to be accurate, irrespective of the tone or intent. Honest question, ladies. Then who can tell women anything? If a man can't tell you nothing, if a woman can't tell you nothing, who can say something? Who's qualified? And then conversely, why is it acceptable for women to openly every day criticize and critique men? Y'all bash men. And then you got nerve to say something about somebody's tone. And that's what all this came down to. It's like, well, wait a minute. Now you're upset that men have a voice, or men are just speaking their opinions. Now you're talking about the tone and this and that. Now you want folks canceled, but you don't want women canceled. But And even when somebody asks you, what are we getting wrong? How we could be better? What are solutions? What I do not see from older women is any solutions. All I see is a bunch of complaints. I mean, that's what I see from older women. Women over 40 are littered with complaints. And I'll be honest, ladies, if this isn't you, kudos. But understand, this is what men are saying. That they're avoiding women of a certain age because it's over before it starts. These unrealistic expectations. I'm 40 with 4 kids, but I'm not going to settle. No need to go out there. So here's your opportunity, ladies. How is an older woman or a woman over 30, a woman over 35, how are you going to make it easier? And see, anytime that you hear women say real men, understand, gentlemen, anytime women start saying, here's my suggestion, gentlemen, and I'll be honest. You have to start identifying when women are trying to draw you into an emotional exchange because it's attention. Attention and lifestyle are addictive to women. You know, it has been well documented by people before me that attention is everything to women. Attention. But I think that there is something, not as much as attention, but right up here, attention and lifestyle. And men don't really factor anywhere into this. It is how women view other women. Women are having their own competitions amongst each other for attention and lifestyle, clout. Attention and lifestyle are clout. And the thing is, as an older woman, over 35, how are you going to be easier to deal with? How are you going to be easier to deal with? Jesus Christ. All right, let's see. Can we add somebody in here? More ways to go live. Let's see. How do you add somebody in from Facebook? Guest request. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull that down. Whoa. I'm going to pull that one down. And we're going to pull this one up and see how it goes. Let's just see how this goes, shall we? Invite Monique to join. Not now. Okay, send request. Can't bring Monique on camera. All right, well, can't bring you on. If you don't have the latest version of Facebook downloaded, don't request to join. Here's the only thing. I'll be nice to you if you're nice to me. Women don't like the truth. I think that's too easy. I think that women, I want to hear what women's solution is. Okay, she's not joining on. Okay. Boom. All right. Well, damn, you people are asking to join on, and you're not. Your shit's not up to code. All right. Boom. One of the reasons I don't necessarily like Facebook is because it is an older platform. Folks just go over to Facebook who because they don't know necessarily. In my personal opinion, a lot of folks just don't know how to use the latest technologies. But we'll try it. All right. Well, that's not working. Screw it. Sorry, ladies. Everybody to try to join on Facebook haven't done an update since Obama was in office. So let's get it, ladies. Ladies. Leftover women are at the club tonight. Yeah. See, why did that piss women off so much? Calling you leftovers. Men who are not married are leftover as well. Hello?
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Oh no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no.
I might have to.
Yeah, yeah, no, 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 no. Can you put him down or do something? I mean, because that's not gonna work.
He just got excited as soon as he heard somebody.
I appreciate that, man, but I got a show. All right, thank you. All right, okay. Let me also say something, ladies. When I say that your children are a liability to men, this is what I mean. Okay, so Facebook, I'm going to drop Facebook. Here's what I need you to do, Facebook. I'm going to be bringing in calls from Facebook. I'm not going to stream to Facebook, but I will be bringing in calls from Facebook. But in order to be a part of the show, you have to be, if you're looking on a mobile device, you have to update to the latest version of the app, because I can't keep going through people who are not up. I'll try one more time to bring somebody in, because I do want to give women a chance to speak. If somebody asks about a smoke show, yeah, we got one brewing. But the purpose of what I do is not to have ever-ending drama. It's to actually get women to understand what the men they want. I mean, think about it. All right, Facebook, you got to go over to YouTube. You got to go over to YouTube right now, because I'm about to end Facebook here. So Facebook, we're done. Come over to YouTube to watch the rest of the show. Okay. I want you guys to understand what it looks like. What it looks like as a community. Put your super chat up here so I can read it. Ladies, if you think that men are nothing, stop warning them. Shout out to LLW213. Shout out to Janisha. Came through with the 20. Raw and Reckless just joined. All right, ladies, if you don't, hold up, let's bring them in. I'm not bringing in men, so you guys can stop requesting to join. Any men that request to join, and the only day I'm bringing in men is on a man's day. So I don't understand it. So you need to think of what the community is going to look like. We're going to have what? It seems cool now, but just a second. Seems cool now, but I don't think people are looking past 55. It seems cool now, but people aren't looking past 55. Because so many women can still go out and kick it and hang out and feel like they're young and look good. But no, ladies. What is life going to look like at 55 years old when you can't go on all these girls' trips? So, there we go. Boom. If you want to join on and ask a question or interact, ladies, hit the Instagram. What is the ideal woman? A cooperative woman who's enjoyable to be around. That's the ideal woman. A cooperative woman who's enjoyable to be around. A woman who's easy to deal with. That's the ideal woman. Because here's the thing, man. Ladies, men are thinking about quality of life. Don't nobody want to go work hard to come home and deal with you. You're supposed to be peaceful. That's what's supposed to happen. This is why older women tend to get overlooked, because it's like, I got to get out here in the world to compete, and then I got to come and meet your demand. instead of you actually coming to try to be a benefit to me. So this is why I think it's interesting that we have other platforms and things, and women are free to have their opinions and say what they want. Yeah, you're always free to have your opinion and say what you want, but unfortunately, ladies, that it's not seeming to work, because the kind of men you want, when I sit there, like when I actually have the Atlanta men's group, it's full. The Atlanta men's group is full, and I'm having the women's group coming up. Ladies, you'll hear it from the men yourself. These men are looking for quality of life with a woman. What kind of quality of life do you bring? And sadly, most women bring a low quality of life to a relationship. And then when we talk about it, this is when the insults come. Why do you bring a low quality of life? Overall, the harshness of being with you. The harshness of being with you. I want you to think about the women you work with. And can you say that you honestly think that they're like pleasant to work with? Do you like to be around them? Ladies, a man has to want to be around you. He has to want to be around you, and he has to want to take you around his friends. And if you are not easy to get along with, if you're not easy to be with, if you're not lighthearted, if you're not, I don't want to say fun, then why? Why in the heck would a man want to sit back and deal with you? All right, here we go. And this is why older men deal with younger women. Older men want easy women. Older, I would say men of value. And when I say men of value, that means the men that women value. Make no mistake. When you talk to women, say they've been engaged in this and that, the women, when they speak about men, the men that matter most to women are men that they respect, admire, and are attracted to. Gentlemen, if you are with a woman that does not admire you, you might as well bounce. If she doesn't admire you, admiration needs to be high up. Because admiration translates differently for women. Women don't leave men they admire. They go through stuff. I'd rather give $5 and a penny to the exec. I appreciate it. You have female dating coaches switching sides. I know. Switching sides, what they won't admit. You women over 25 are too tough. And see, the thing is, and over 40, I was talking to women this week. I'm not going to say who, because I don't want them to think I'm talking about, but there's been several. You're starting to see more women over 40 in relationships with younger men. Why? It makes them feel, because that's all they can get. They can't get men on their level. They can't get their colleagues. They can't get their colleagues. They can't get their the director or the CEO. They can't do that. So they got to get a guy who's on their sexual marketplace value level.
Yo, and Kevin is absolutely right on that. Right there at the end, what he said, women need to get men that are on their sexual marketplace value level. A lot of women want better. They don't want to get the guy that's on their level. They want the guy that's above their level. But a lot of these women they don't meet the qualifications, right? They don't bring nothing to the table, so to speak. So when they're shooting for the stars, and when you tell them to be realistic, they don't want to hear it, right? That's what gets them all in their feelings and get them mad. It's just like what Kevin was saying. They don't want to hear the truth, man. It's like when he was talking about the leftover women. That's a term, like he said, he didn't make that up. That term has been out there since for a long time. It originated in Asia, I believe, the Xingyu. So that's just a term that was made up by whoever a long time ago. Kevin just brought it to the forefront, right? And women got mad at him just for bringing up the obvious. There are people who are not going to be in relationships. There are people that are never going to get married. There are people that are never going to have kids. There are people who are going to die alone. A lot of us are, men as well as women. But the women don't want to take that into consideration. They don't want to believe that they're going to be the ones who's going to be left out alone, right? So they don't want to deal with reality. That's where a lot of the delusion comes in. But yeah, so Kevin talked about that, and it makes a good point, because it's like when the black community, we don't like hearing the truth. We attack the messenger, right? It's like when they don't like hearing the 75% of black women are single moms, right? They don't want, when you say that, they get mad at you, they attack you, right? It's just like that. It's like when you hear a lot of people talking on these panels, they talk about, don't be putting all our business out here on this white man's platform, which you all do it. Y'all all on TikTok, Instagram, and X, twerking, saying you need $500 to date me. You need to pay for my wig, my hair, my eyelashes, first date. I ain't even went on a date yet, but these women want you to pay for this stuff in order to date them, right? And then when you don't do it, then they call you zesty and broke and this, that, and the third. But then they get mad when you critique them, and then they say, why are you telling all our business on this white man's platform? But you're doing it. You're putting your business out here on this white man's platform, and then you don't want nobody to say anything about it. Now it's bad that other black men are talking about it. Other black folks are talking about it. Just even if we had a platform for black people, right? Y'all would do the same thing. Then you would say, why y'all talking all our business out here? These white folks eavesdropping. These white folks over here eavesdropping on us. Even if we had a black platform to talk on, y'all, it doesn't matter. Y'all use that excuse no matter where we're at, right? It's just that y'all don't want to take accountability for what you're doing. And then you don't want to be critiqued on it. You don't want people to tell you, no, this is not what we're about. We don't like this. You need to clean it up and this, that, and the third, right? But nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to hear what men value. It's like we got to be told, men, y'all want this, y'all want that. But we're telling you what we want. But again, y'all don't listen. So when we talk about these things, y'all get upset in your feelings. And you take it out on the messenger, but what we're saying is not false. What we're saying is definitely true. Is proven by facts and stats, but nobody wants to hear that. So they get mad at you and attack you, and call you all type of names because they don't want to face the reality. Right? It's all about the delusion. It's all about what makes me happy. But that was a good one. That was a good monologue by Kevin, talking about the women over 40. And he's right. A lot of them are set in their ways. A lot of them, they have this criteria or this standard that they don't want to deviate from. So, and like he said, there's a lot of them who, when you go out with a 40-plus-year-old woman, you're being drilled. You're no fun. It's like you're in front of a drill sergeant being, questioned. It's like a cadence. They're rattling out everything that they want to ask you right up front, and it's no fun. There's no fun in it. So a lot of men do date younger women because younger women are coachable. I know y'all don't like hearing that word, but they are coachable. They are teachable. They are more fun to be around, right? You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. A lot of y'all don't like hearing it, but that's just the situation. That's the reality. But yeah, that was a good monologue. That was a good ending. I thank you guys. Like I said, if you like it, go ahead, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think. As I said earlier, I want to do more videos on Kevin's monologues. And if you guys come across any, send them to me. Send me a link to my email, which is in the description and on my channel. You also, if you come across any videos of Kevin, even when he's talking to the women, cause like the woman on here, this was just a short clip. I wanted to leave that in there because the woman came on with her child, and Kevin said that's, men see that and we're taken back by that. We don't take you seriously when you come onto a platform and you hear your baby in the background, right? That's a turnoff, to a lot of men. A lot of men don't like that. So, and we see that a lot too, especially on Kendra G and all these other talk shows, these dating platforms where women come on, looking for men, right? Especially Kendra G, they come on all the time with their babies, with their arm babies. Nobody wants to see that, right? Kids just wilding, running all through the house, but they looking for a man and they want to be taken seriously. And then they wonder why men are not in their DMs trying to talk to them, because you got 4 or 5 rugrats running around, but you can't tell them nothing. But yeah, like I said, man, drop some comments down below. Yeah, if you come across any videos, like I said, of Kevin talking to women, send me the link. You know what I'm saying? I want to do more videos, more reactions on his monologue. So, if you can send me those, or like I said, if you do see any good videos of him talking to some women, send me the link as well. I'll review it, and I might do a video on it. So yeah, all right. But you guys, y'all have a good one, and like I said, enjoy your weekend. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and I will get with you in the next one. Y'all, please be good to yourselves. By all means, let's be good to one another, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.